Top of the morning to my coaches desk family. Big up on yourself. Welcome again to another episode of the coaches desk with host Coach Minzy. Yeah, we'll be talking about uh, one footballer, Nathan Daniel Jerome Redmond, who would have been spoken to by a former player and who would have instructed him that it would be a good look to play for the Reggae Boys. So his name has come up as one of the persons who should be a part of the team going forward. Of course, World Cup qualifiers in September and the Gold Cup. So, why Nathan Redmond? Is he a special kid? Is he a good enough footballer to be a part of the program? What does he bring? Yeah, these are questions that coaches desk is asking. Understand? But let's look into it, people. For persons who watch the Premier League, Nathan is the number 11 player for Southampton. Yeah, he was the one who made that wicked pass to ensure that they got a goal in the last match that they played in the EPL. Now Nathan can play the position of winger or forward. Yeah, and he's an important figure in the Southampton team, and he has been playing for that team since 2016. 150 caps, 19 goals. You can do the maths, see if his goal per game ratio is good. Not looking into that right now. Nathan, born in Birmingham, and of course you'd have played football for the Birmingham City. Yeah, that's where he would have begun his career. Yeah, and he would have played like 662 games, scoring 7 goals for Birmingham City, 2010 to 2013. He was grabbed by Norwich City. Spent 3 years there, 112 games, 11 goals. And throughout that time, Nathan would have played for all the English teams that you could think of. Under 16 in 2010, he played for the under 17, 19 games, 2 goals. He played for the under 18, though that might not be a competitive way think about competitions, but he would have played for that team 1 game. Drafted into the under 19 team, 8 games, 1 goal. Played for the U20, 2014, 4 games. He played for the under 21, 38 games, 10 goals. And in 2017, he was given his senior debut against Germany in a friendly for the national team. Now, persons might be saying, no, or thinking, how is Nathan eligible? And he would have played for the English team, the senior team. Let me explain that for persons who want to know. The fact is that once it is not in a competition, for example, a World Cup qualifier game, a European competition, any of those competitions, he would have been ineligible. But once it's a friendly match, then Nathan would have still been eligible to play for Jamaica. So on that premise, yes, Nathan is still eligible. So you might hear that he plays a 1 game for England. He was called up in squads. He didn't make the cut, the 23-man squad and so forth. but the game that he played was a friendly game. So, I mean, that did not, or that would not rule him out or rule out his chances of playing with the Reggae Boys. So, when you look at the things right now, it's just the administration of the association should make the necessary contact with Nathan. Like I said before, a former player would have instructed him, tell him that it is a good look to play for the Reggae Boys. He's pretty interested from all accounts. It's just that the powers that be need to make that decision and contact the player, ensure that he plays for the national team. You understand? Um, to me, Nathan Redmond is a pretty decent player. He brings what you'd call experience. He brings grit. He brings talent. And he brings youthfulness. He's just 26 years old. Possible his chances of playing for England again would have been diminished, because England would have had some exciting wide men as well as forward. So his chances would have diminished in terms of making the national team again. Possible they bring him back in a friendly game to see what he can do. You know what I mean? And I'm not certain if at his age, 26, going closer to his peak, that he'd want to wait on playing for England. So I would advise the powers that be to get in contact with this player ASAP. Grab him up, let him play for Jamaica. He'd be a good addition. You know what I mean? I think he works very hard. He runs a lot on the field. I watch him in that game on Saturday, and trust me, he was playing some good football. Good football from Nathan Redmond. He doesn't only plays good in the attack, but he's also running back, assisting with the defense, and so forth. So he would be a good player to have in the national program. And I just hope and I trust that he will be contacted as soon as possible, and that the contact will be made and the process will start, and he'd be able to get that book passport before World Cup qualifiers come around in September. Of course, it's not too long. It is once they make the necessary admission of paperwork, then it should be pretty easy. It's nothing long. You know what I mean? So Nathan also would have been EFL Cup runner-up 2016-2017 in Southampton. He would have won the under 16 Victory Shield in 2009, and he also had a runner-up medal in 2010 for the Montego tournament. You understand? So he would have won under 17 Nordic tournament with England and the under 21 Toulon tournament with England. So he's a good player, man. In his early years, also European under 21 champion team of the tournament. He made a team. England under 21 player of the year 2016. Southampton's player of the season 2018-2019. And the Southampton fans player of the season. So he's a pretty decent player. He has a few accolades there. I told you that initially that he was an important figure in the Southampton team. So, I mean, he's a pretty good player, pretty decent player. Mason Holgate also, people, had a outstanding game for Everton versus Liverpool. Trust me, we need to get that player, but I mean, with that outstanding performance, that might raise the standard for him to be in the England squad. Um, so keep our fingers crossed there. I hope that somebody will contact Mason Holgate pretty soon. Another player versus Manchester United. Yesterday, Isaac Aiden, he played a pretty decent game, man. Yeah, Isaac Aiden played a decent game. Um, so no persons. Well, I was on a live and I was instructing persons to watch him. So persons would have seen the talent and know that he's a good talent, and it's good. It's a good thing that we could pick up this youngster. Also, persons were mentioning Reese Oxford. So there are a lot of talents out there that we want to ensure that we get to assist the program going forward. When the team qualifies for World Cup, it opens a lot of avenue for other players. So again, thanks for tuning into the coach's desk. Nathan Redmond is eligible to play for Jamaica in spite of him playing a game for England, because that's a senior team, because that was only a friendly game, and a friendly game would not discredit his eligibility in playing. People, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. And Coaches Desk will continue to give you information re sports. Big up yourself, viewers and subscribers. I'm out.